Welcome to the show, everyone. This week we're in Hamilton and we're talking about health. There's a great range of businesses and organisations in this city that can help you look after yourself. The professionals here at Hands On passionately believe that it is their job to get you functioning at your best. So let's find out how they do that. So what kinds of patients do you see here, Lindley?
We see a large variety of patients. We see a lot of people with musculoskeletal problems, backs, necks, shoulders, particularly ankles, sporting injuries, people with lymphedema, because I'm a lymphedema therapist, so they come to this clinic. We see people for beauty therapy. Alright, so those are some of the patients that we see.
Tell us about some of the treatments you do here.
We use acupuncture, we use kinesio tape. I'm actually a kinesio tape instructor, and all our practitioners again are trained in kinesio taping, and we use that again to reduce pain, to increase or shorten the rehab time really, increase strength, increase range of motion, and we use joint mobilisations, we use exercises a lot with our people to complement that.
What's so unique about this clinic?
Our clinic is unique because we have got all our therapists trained in trigenics, and that's the only clinic in New Zealand and possibly even Australasia that can say that they have all their therapists trained. Trigenics is a very new treatment system to New Zealand, and even our beauty therapist is trained in trigenics. She's trained in an offshoot of it, which is natural facial enhancement. So that's a facelift using fingertips.
So what is trigenics?
Trigenics is a multimodal neurological treatment system, and it resets the way the brain communicates with the body so that it reduces pain, increases range of movement and strength, and it does so straight away. The person will know before they walk out that they are better. It's like if your computer crashed and you'd want to reboot it. That's the same thing with the brain, with the body. Well, I'm going to use Shannon as a model, and she's been having problems with the neck because she's a hairdresser. In fact, she's just won Waikato Colourist in the weekend, so we're very fortunate to have her come down and be a model for me. But like most hairdressers, they get really tense in their shoulders. So what I'm going to do is increase Shannon's range of movement for her neck and reduce the pain that she's been getting there.
Thanks for showing us that, Lindley. It was very interesting. How important is it to get seen early?
It's really important, Janine, to be seen early so the patient gets out of pain as soon as possible, and also so that they don't develop other problems related to that injury. It takes less treatment, so it's less costly for the patient, and also they don't develop things further down the track like arthritis and things like that. So,
do we need a referral from the doctor, or can we just pop in?
You don't need a referral from the doctor these days. People can be put on ACC for their treatment. When they come straight to us, they can be seen privately. If they have a work injury, yes, they can come to us, but we often recommend that they see their GP because we cannot put someone off work, we cannot prescribe medication, but we can certainly look after their treatment needs.
And how can we find out more?
You can look on the website, which is www.handsonphysio.co.nz. We've not only got our staff on there, but our treatments and some of the testimonials of people that have had treatment with us. You can ring us, you can pop in and just talk, at the reception with our staff, or you can even email us.
Colds and flus are definitely hitting us all hard this season. Let's check out what Health 2000 suggests. Rachel, most of us haven't been able to miss catching the common cold, but if we have, how could we prevent it?
Well, this year what we've been recommending to a lot of people is the olive leaf complex. It comes in liquid form as well as in pill form, along with products like astragalus, podiaco, which are really great preventatives for the common cold. They can be found in like Good Health, Viralex, and Convita as a liquid olive leaf complex, along with your traditional vitamin C's. In cases of like pregnancy or breastfeeding, definitely best to consult your doctor first. Yeah.
What are your ideas for helping us with dealing with the flu, which is pretty serious this year and we're all a little concerned about it?
this year NaturoFarm have a fabulous homeopathic flu guard, which includes the flu from the last 5 years, and they're very confident in its ability to ward off the flu. I mean, we can't prevent everything, but it gives you a really good chance to start with. Yeah.
And what about aftercare products?
Well, if you're taking a preventative product, the best thing for you to do is probably to look at dosing yourself a little bit higher. So dosing more often and probably looking at a double dose. That should help when you're feeling the first symptoms of a cold or flu. Hopefully that can ward it off. If it doesn't, you really just have to start looking at your symptoms. So if you've got a cough, you need to be looking at different cough elixirs that we have, and it does really depend on what sort of type of cough you have that we can deal with. In cases of fever, again, NaturoFarm have the likes of belladonna that you can take to relieve fevers and things like that. Yeah.
How can we build our immune system? What have you got here that would help us achieve that?
Okay, again, the olive leaf complex. I'm so confident in that product myself. I've been using it myself all winter, and I believe that I'll continue using it right through. It's a great product because it's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, so you can use it for a wide variety of different, I suppose, ailments. So it keeps your immune system boosted because it is a very, very strong antioxidant.
And Health 2000 is not just all about herbal products, is it? What else have you got here?
We've got natural beauty products. So you've got the likes of Living Nature, Antipodes, Trilogy. Living Nature is 100% natural, so it's one of the very few 100% natural beauty products. So you can have a range of cleansers, toners, moisturisers for different types of skins.
How can we find out more?
Well, you can come and see us here at the base at Health 2000 or contact us on our website health2000.co.nz. Give us a phone call anytime, 07 849 1167.
Every child has a right to be happy, healthy, safe and secure, and that's what Child Matters is all about. Let's find out more.
So at Child Matters, we're really focused on equipping people who work with children to recognise signs of abuse and know what to do to keep the children that they're responsible for safe. Healthy children are children who are free from abuse and who aren't suffering. What we have been working on at Child, Youth and Family for over 18 years is providing education programs throughout the country, but very much in this region as well, to ensure that teachers, social workers, church workers, youth workers, sports coaches, nurses, GPs, just to name a few, have the skills that they need to recognise when children are at risk, to know what to do to take action to keep children safe, and to have the confidence to do that. Whenever we're worried about a child, we should do something, whether that's to speak up and get some help for that child, to talk with parents of that child and offer them some support, even if it's just to offer a listening ear. And when we're really worried about children, when we really think that they're at risk, we have a right for that child to make sure that that child's going to be okay, and we need to speak up and speak to whether that's the police or Child, Youth and Family to keep children safe.
What is Child Matters doing to contribute to helping the children of our regions be more happy, safe and secure?
Child Matters is dedicated to preventing child abuse. So we work with professionals providing training and we do numbers of workshops and week-long programs and a diploma in child protection studies in Hamilton and throughout the country. We also have an advocacy arm of our work where we're really focused on making sure that the general public understand that child abuse is rife within our community. It's everybody's problem. We all have a role to play in keeping children safe, and we all can do something to step up and keep our kids in our community safe. So we do that advocacy through a whole lot of different methods. We have publications that we've produced that people are able to access. We have a Facebook website. We provide presentations and speak at conferences to educate people around the issue of child abuse and what we can do to help. We also have a national event in Hamilton called Buddy Day. This year that's going to be on the 16th of November. That's about engaging schools and communities and early childhood centres and professionals who don't normally work with children or who might not think that child abuse is something that may affect them, to all come together to recognise that children are valuable, important, need to be treasured, and to work together to keep them safe.
So how serious is child abuse in New Zealand?
Child abuse is really bad in New Zealand. We are fifth in the OECD, the fifth worst country for child abuse. We have in the previous year received 150,000 reports of concern. That's 150,000 people with concerns about children in our country. So child abuse is really concerning. Every year Child, Youth and Family receive 1 million calls through their contact centre with people being worried about children. So it's a huge thing, and we're not going to solve it unless we all pull together and make sure that we all don't tolerate it. It's not okay, and we need to step up and make sure the children of our country are kept safe and well cared for.
How can we find out more?
More than happy for people to go onto our website and also can contact us via Facebook. We've got a lot of opportunities for people to support us with our upcoming event of Buddy Day. We're always interested in people volunteering their time and help.
I think we would all be surprised to find out how many families are actually living in substandard, unhealthy homes. And of course that's what Habitat is all about. Their passion is to make a difference in this area. So Nick, what is Habitat for Humanity all about?
Habitat is a Christian not-for-profit organisation that's vision is a world where everyone has a decent place to live. And traditionally that means that we've been building new homes for our families here in New Zealand and working internationally with a bunch of third world countries, building bamboo houses and mud brick houses and all kinds of things all over the world. But focusing here in the central North Island, it's primarily about providing basic, simple, decent shelter for our families.
How many families will be living in substandard, unhealthy homes in our region?
There's a huge number. It's amazing. I've been to a number of presentations recently which have sort of highlighted the issues we have with unhealthy homes. And while they might look good from the street, a lot of people drive down streets around you and think, oh no, everyone's okay. You walk into those houses and some of them have mould growing on the walls, they have floors rotting out underneath the people, they're cold and uninsulated. So the problem is huge. There's a number of impacts that unhealthy housing have. It increases the number of colds, flu, sickness, which in turn creates issues with kids getting to school. It impacts on their education. It actually just runs people down, and they just don't feel motivated to get up and get out of the house during the day. And it's all because where you live is a huge part of your everyday life, and if your house is not comfortable, it's not warm, then that spreads out to other areas of your life as well.
What is Habitat doing specifically in the Waikato?
Well, we're building houses. We build our new houses, and we do that in the Waikato here, probably two brand new houses a year. But that's a really expensive thing to do. So we've actually launched a new program which is called Brush with Kindness. And what Brush with Kindness looks to do is address existing homes and some of the issues that they might have.
If people are listening and watching right now and they could do with some help in their homes, how do they get in touch with you and what's the process?
The process is they make contact with us here at our office, and we go and talk to them basically, and we look at their situation and we say, this is what Habitat can do to help. We are a hand up, not a handout organisation, so that means that there is an expectation that the family will become involved in whatever way they can, and there are repayments, but they're based on a really affordable basis. And we get volunteers and we get sponsors who go into the people's homes and help them fix those houses up. We've got qualified tradespeople to do things that tradespeople need to do, but things like painting and gardening, moving vegetation away from the house. We have hundreds of volunteers. We're working with a couple of high schools here in Hamilton to get some good student labour going.
So you're looking for more volunteers?
looking for more volunteers, we're looking for more partner families, so people who need help with their homes, and there's no pride issue. We don't judge people. What we actually do is we work with people, and we're all about being in our community, getting alongside people, and saying, hey, look, we can help out here. What can we do to help you?
How can we find out more?
You can come into our office here in Hamilton. You can check us out on our website, and just give us a ring.
Evolution Cycle stocks world-leading brands, and those top brands are available to you here in the Waikato. Brad, what kind of cycling needs do you cater for here?
Here at Evolution Cycles we cater for everything from 12-inch kids bikes all the way up to full-blown mountain bikes and triathlon bikes. The brands that we've chosen, they cater for a real wide variety of the cycling industry. We have anything from $12,000 downhill mountain bikes from France, and we have little kids bikes from China, so it caters for everything from woe to go.
So why should we spend good money on a top brand?
When you spend good money on a bike, you get your after-sales service, lifetime frame warranties that other brands can't offer. I know Trek offer a lifetime frame warranty on both aluminium and carbon fibre bikes. And then you've got your little kids bikes where you pay that little bit extra to get a full aluminium frame as opposed to a steel frame bike that you get from the warehouse. It's not just a name and a brand. They do have a lot of research and development gone into their bikes to make your bike a nice comfortable ride as well as perform well in its most abused state.
When it comes to choosing a bike, what should we be thinking about?
First of all, you need to think about what you're actually going to be doing on your bike, whether it's just commuting to work, whether it's going mountain biking, or all of the above. There is a different bike for every sort of rider out there, everything from your commuting through to mountain biking and triathlon. So you need to think about what you're wanting to do specifically with your bike. Just be aware that the first question is always going to be, what do you want to do with your bike? Where do you want to go with it, and can you see yourself riding it in 3 years' time still? If you come in with all of those answers, you're going to be walking away with a bike that's going to suit all of those needs.
So what services do you have available in your workshop?
In the workshop we cater for a few different services. We've got your basic $29 one, which will tune your brakes, tune your gears, clean your bike, and general check over, make sure it's safe to be ridden on the road. Then you go all the way up to your $69 service, which is pretty much pull your whole bike apart, re-grease everything, straighten your wheels as good as we can, and take it away for $69. Just basic bits and pieces which we can do to your bike on spot as well. If you bring your bike in, your brakes are rubbing on one side, $5, take it away, it's all done in 5 minutes. You've got a gear tune which just needs quickly done before you go out riding, just $10 before you go away.
How can we find out more?
We have our online website, www.evolutioncycles.co.nz. Also would like to see you in store as well, so pop down and see us 97 Kent Street. Alternatively, you could ring us on 847-2325.
There are some health issues that many women are putting up with when they just don't need to. Naylin, Appanna Women's Health Centre are working to provide women a happy and healthy future. Let's find out more. So Dr. Naylin Appanna, what services do you offer here at the clinic?
Provide a comprehensive gynecological service. We treat all sorts of women's problems from abnormal uterine bleeding, period pains, infertility, incontinence, and really even hormonal problems like the menopause, etc. I have a subspecialist interest in endometriosis, so see probably a significant number of people with endometriosis. I also do a lot of laparoscopic surgery, which is keyhole surgery. Very few procedures are done open these days. I probably open the abdomen about twice a year, so a lot of laparoscopic keyhole surgery is probably my subspecialty as well.
So what are the most common issues that you see women for?
Probably abnormal bleeding and pelvic pain. I probably see a disproportionate amount of people with this problem because I've become well known in Hamilton as a person with a special interest in endometriosis, and GP referrals for endometriosis seem to be one of the commonest reasons for me seeing patients.
You're obviously quite passionate about helping women. What are you hoping to achieve?
I want patients to be aware that there are solutions for these women's problems. A lot of women think, I have to put up with this is just my lot in life, and it isn't. I use a lot of education and understanding to make patients aware of what the problem is and help them understand the solutions for it.
How long have you been working in women's health, and what experience do you have?
A long time. That's going to give away my age. I started in women's health after completing my medical degree in 1987. Worked for a few years in Wellington as a senior house officer in gynecology. Then came up to the Waikato. I worked here till 1992. Went over to England for 3 years and came back to Hamilton in 1996. So worked as a specialist since 1996 in Hamilton. I've been doing women's health for about 25 years now.
Do women need to get referrals from their GP, or can they just pop in?
They can call us directly. A number of my patients are referred because they've heard about me from other patients. So patient-to-patient recommendations is probably one of the most frequent way of me getting patients coming in. GP referrals are always better because we get a lot more information that way, but patients can come in directly.
So what is endometriosis?
Well, endometriosis is a condition where the lining of the uterus is found in areas outside the uterus. It's been found as far away as in the brain, and people have presented with things like seizures at the time of their periods. But the commonest area is just in the areas in the pelvis, just outside the uterus. And what happens is every month they get a period, but they bleed internally. The blood's got nowhere to go. It irritates nerve fibers and causes pain.
Should women need to put up with this kind of thing?
Not at all. I mean, the biggest problem is diagnosis. In New Zealand, on average, it takes about 9 years from the time a woman first presents to a GP with period pains and bleeding problems that they get before they get referred to a specialist. We're trying to bring that down, and that's why endometriosis education is becoming so important. People realize they have this. We can help them. We can improve the quality of life quite significantly.
How can we find out more?
You can visit our websites on obgyn.co.nz or endometriosisclinics.com, or you can call us here on 0783 83400 or 0800 my OBGYN, or you could actually just call in and talk to one of the nurses and get some advice.
Well, there you go, a great health show filmed right here in Hamilton, a whole stack of advice to help you and your family remain healthy and well. If you'd like to find out more about TV Central, check out the website tvcentral.co.nz, and of course if you'd like your business to appear on the show, give us a call on 07 888 5030. Now look after yourself, and I'll catch you back next week.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.